If you're a fan of mainstream music, indie music, or just a frequent user of TikTok, then you've probably heard of the song Heat Waves by the British indie rock band Glass Animals. Heat Waves is the 14th song off their studio album Dreamland, released during mid-2020. As of the time I am recording this, the song has amassed over a whopping 1.5 billion streams on Spotify, and has sat on the Billboard Hot 100 for 66 weeks, steadily climbing the charts to eventually peak at number 1. Naturally, with the success of Heat Waves, Glass Animals has received a lot of new attention, despite the band having previously released two other successful albums, Zaba in 2014 and How to Be a Human Being in 2016. With all this new attention, a lot more people are bound to check out their music. However, they might be in for a bit of a surprise when they hear their older songs, because there's definitely a difference in sound between their newer and older tracks. Their music off of Dreamland has a lot of trap-like beats. Meanwhile, How to Be a Human Being is heavier on electronic beats, but still has a fuller sound because of the use of heavier guitars and a bass. This is in contrast to Zaba, which is a lot mellower and has R&B influences and quieter vocals from the lead vocalist Dave Bailey. How to Be a Human Being is definitely my favorite album to listen to straight through because the majority of the music is right up my alley of personal taste. However, the track Pools off of Zaba is most definitely my favorite song out of the Glass Animals' entire discography. I rarely have favorite songs, or a favorite of anything for that matter, but Pools manages to break that trend, having made it into my songs list on Spotify, which I like to classify as my favorites because I can always listen to them no matter what I'm doing or what mood I'm in. Pools is also what I like to call Glass Animals' hidden gem. Most fans seem to flock to the most recent album Dreamland or How to Be a Human Being. And if you're listening to Zaba, I bet you're listening to Gooey. Zaba, as Glass Animals' debut album, is primarily a psychedelic indie pop record. It was inspired by William Steig's children's novel, The Zaba Jaga Jungle, and you can pretty clearly hear this jungle-esque aesthetic, with the use of tropical percussion and jungle timbres. Other defining characteristics of the record are the subtle synthesizer tracks, heavier hip-hop bass lines, and softer vocals. There's also a lot of natural ambient effects throughout the album, such as the sounds of a running stream and the chirping of birds, all of which, along with the electronic R&B style and soft vocals, synthesized to provide a wild and foreign, yet simultaneously intimate listening experience. The outdoor natural ambience strings all the songs together because while the music may stop, the softer noises of nature continue as one song ends and the next begins, thus there is no pause in sound. Black Mambo is the precursor track to Pools. It ends its last seconds with chirping birds and bubbling water, both of which continue playing into Pools, so the listener effectively does not know where Black Mambo ends and when Pools begins. This technique of linking the two songs together symbolizes the jungle-esque atmosphere of the entire Zaba album, as the listener cannot differentiate between the two songs until the main melody begins, almost how you can't find your way in a crowded jungle until you spot something distinguishable. Pools has a very interesting set of lyrics that you might not be able to discern unless you read them, since Bailey's voice is very soft. Even after reading the lyrics, you might still be a bit lost since Pools narrates a story, yet the words vaguely describe what is happening. After a bit of analyzing, I deduced the singer has manipulated someone into loving him. However, he abuses their relationship and appears to lead them into some trap, all the while being simultaneously guiltily aware of his actions. However, his partner recognizes his malintentions and escapes, abandoning him before he can do anything to them. Pools sounds like many other songs off of Zaba with groovy R&B beats, electronic synths, and jungle sounds. However, it stands out from the rest of the songs with its use of a faster tempo, heavier bass and beats, and overall louder sound. Bele's vocals also exude a lot more energy. His passion is palpable, infectious, so much so that I feel the need to sing along with him. Also, I would really like to mention these visuals because they're masterpieces within themselves. This stop motion animation is from the Pools music video. Stop motion is an incredibly unique form of animation that can pull off a certain charm, which in the case of Pools culminates with the music to offer a very rich sensory experience. I really gotta thank Spotify for existing because without it, I doubt I would have discovered the Glass Animals Zaba album, and more importantly, Pools. Seriously, make sure you go wear headphones and turn up the volume because, it's just that good. Then, once you listen to Pools, you might end up listening to it once, or twice, or maybe 3 or 4 times in a row like me. And once you've exhausted that song, which I'm sure you never will, I recommend you go check out the other music from the Glass Animals. They are a great way to dip your toes into the pool that is the indie pop rock genre.